And more than 18 hours later, police and fire investigators are still on scene. They believe this deadly fire is the result of domestic violence. NBC4's Darsha Philips has been there all evening, and she joins us now with reaction from neighbors. Darsha.
Yeah, Carolyn, this is just an unbelievably tragic fire. Investigators believe that it was intentionally set. A woman and a 13-year-old boy were killed. Neighbors telling us that they were mother and son. And as you mentioned, investigators still here on scene. They do believe that this may have stemmed from a domestic violence incident involving a man who was also killed in this fire. Neighbors woke up to fire and smoke pouring out of this small apartment complex.
You just hear an explosion. Honestly, it's just something unexpectedly to hear.
But what they can't get out of their minds is what they heard.
And the little kid upstairs couldn't get out. He was screaming wildly. He was asking for someone to come to help him to get him out of there, but obviously he couldn't make it.
A 13-year-old boy was killed in the fire. When officers arrived on the 100 block of 5th Street around 4:30 in the morning, a woman was found outside of the home, badly burned. Neighbors tell NBC4 she was the boy's mother, and she was screaming for help.
The screams start on my mind, like a whole day, like the lady is screaming for help.
The woman was taken to the hospital where she later died. Police say a man believed to be the person who started the fire was found running from the scene and was also severely burned.
He was on fire on his legs, and he was running away.
He was taken to the hospital where he succumbed to his injuries. His car was discovered several blocks away. One man told us his surveillance cameras captured the man exiting the car and walking with gas cans. He says he turned that video over to police. Neighbors tell us the man was the woman's boyfriend, and Montebello police believe all of this may have stemmed from a domestic violence incident.
We are mourning the loss of this little kid and his mom.
This neighbor says he just saw the teenager yesterday when he picked up his granddaughter from the school bus stop.
This little kid was also walking back home with us because we live in the apartment, or he lives in an apartment out there.
Neighbors now heartbroken, wondering how a mother and son lost their lives in such a horrific way.
He was a student, a very quiet, very dedicated kid. He was constantly practicing the cello, and the neighbors here, they could hear him practicing.
And neighbors tell us that 13-year-old boy went to a local middle school, and many of the kids who live on this street went to school with him. So obviously a very incredibly tough day for this neighborhood. Reporting live from Montebello, I'm Darsha Philips, NBC4 News.
Just heartbreaking. Darsha, thank you.